Everyone, and welcome to a game called World Conqueror 3. This is basically a military strategy game where you, do what the game says, take over the world. So this is basically like actual countries, actual wars. Although it twisted a bit, so that like minor wars like the Korean War and the Cold War, so I've turned into World War 3 and 4. 1939 and 1943 are just World War II. So let's just pick a random year, random country. ROC. Why not? Ugh. My throat is acting weird. Alright, so what we have to do is basically, you have the money, the minerals, and the oil for different stuff. And you also have pieces that you can move around. Troops, really. I'm going to defend this little ocean right here. Now I'm going to attempt to take over the countries around me. I'm not going to bother with China too much, because I don't want them to attack me immediately. My best bet would be probably attacking Kolkata. I'll wait on Bangkok until they either start taking over Yangon or Hanoi, or if they're like just left alone, but they're all like defeated and really don't feel like fighting each other anymore. So I'm just going to move this guy over here. I'll take over their base, because why not? It gets me more oil, which I can use for airplanes. So that helps me anyways. I will defend this. And over here I'll create more troops. Armored cars, good. Now I'll wait for all the other countries to do their thing. And then I'll see what type of situation I'll be in later. So it looks like America's over here. And I'll just go straight to attacking Kolkata. The music sounds weird. I normally don't play with the music on. I just sort of listen to Spotify. The music sounds super weird. So I'm in a fine situation already. Now I'm not sure why the ROC is in anything past 1943, because I hear in real life they fell around 1945. Oh crap. Right. I'm going to take my base back from the Chinese, because I don't want my enemies taking over my stuff. I think I'll just leave this guy over there to defend. This area, Tapai, is still okay. Nothing really happening. I'll use my artillery to fight their building stuff. I'll just continue attacking Kolkata and the minor cities in India. Eventually, I'll get the more cities I take, the more money I can get. Like this one, I can't really see what it does, because it just shows me the battalion and artillery. But normally, the bigger the city, the more money and resources it'll give me. Like Kolkata and Mumbai are not going to give me a lot. They'll probably give me around 60, while New Delhi will probably give me around 80, which is really good. The more cities you can take, the better troops and more troops you can buy. Eventually you'll just get to a point where you're buying super tanks like constantly, which is the best in the game. Shoots like really far, does a lot of damage, especially when you put a general on there, which once I get to a time where I need a general, I will show you guys what a general is, but that'll probably not be for a few episodes. Alright, the ship is attacking my area. Oh, I probably shouldn't have moved. That was a dumb idea. But as you can see, they have little faces on top of them sometimes. I can't really point to it, but They have faces on them for like sometimes. Those are just placed on there because that's how it's set up. But those are generals, and they help a lot. But I don't want to put them on stupid stuff. Like I don't want to put them on like infantry or something. Like I don't want to put them on these guys. Those guys do like minimum damage. I know I sound like I'm actually good at this, but I'm really not. I've never once actually beaten anything. You just get more game modes if you play. Like, I'll show you guys when I'm done with this. I'll probably take a break at probably turn 20, and I'll show you. If you look in the top right, actually you guys can go back to the beginning of the video when I was entering the time period. There's the top timer. It says the year and the month and stuff. I think it said 1968. And as you get more years, you're able to play farther, into time. I hear there was a game mode that had a spaceship on it. I've been reading up on that, and I hear it's 1975. So I'm just sort of playing the clock. Alright, now I can show you this. No, I can't. Never mind. The clock, it ticks really slowly. It's really stupidly slow. I want to show you guys but if I can't really show you guys. It's not letting me for some reason. I forgot how to, but don't really need to see that. That is a luxury I wanted to give you. But the game will not let me give you that luxury, so you don't get it. Alright, let's continue. I'm also going to show you what happens. I'm going to do something to whatever that city I was attacking. I'm going to do something to that after the countries do their thing. Okay, my tank is hurt and I don't know how to heal it. I just know that after a little while the city will heal, because it's the city and they help each other. But what I'm going to do, Kolkata, is I'm going to put this troop underneath it while there's a troop on top of it. If you do this and there are other troops there, that'll put a thing near them, and I just took Kolkata, so I'm going to get richer. Normally if you do that, let's say crap, I don't want to press that. Let's say they were these guys were on top of this, probably right here. There would be a little symbol there, and they would be harder for them to fight back, as they would take more damage and do less damage. So that's really cool. And I'm actually going to show you right here. I'm going to spawn a car. As you can see, there's an eagle on top of them. That means that they can do less damage to me, and they can take more damage from my hits. So that is also a thing that I've been using and abusing, because it helps. It looks like they're going to take my thing. That's okay, because I'm now richer. I'm a richer man than I was. I should probably put some troops on these things, mostly because China loves to use paratroopers. Russia does too as well. They love to put paratroopers on my stuff, and I hate it. Also, this game was basically what Take Over the World is that in the beginning your allies are awesome and they take over countries all over the place. Crap. But later, the game is really set up for your allies to fail and for you to be able to take over the world while the entire world is owned by your enemies. See what this is. This is the death of me. So, my allies are always going to suck, no matter if I'm part of the WTO or if I'm part of the NATO. They're always going to be bad because it's set up for me to take over the world. It's not set up for me to survive the war or anything. I've also a feature that I've noticed is that if your troop has a general, then they move a lot faster. Especially if they're like motorized infantry, or if they're like an armored car like that is. You're gonna have to go tell my sister to shut up. Okay, sorry about that. My sister's being a dingus, and she is playing really loud music with her headphones on. It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm not going to attack that tank, because that is stupid. They don't want to attack me anyway. Alright. Also, there's a... If you guys haven't noticed, there are green countries and red countries and gray countries. The green countries are obviously my allies, while the red countries are obviously my enemies. The gray countries are countries that you can attack and take over, but they really are not a part of the war, and they will not attack you unless you attack them, which I think is also a really cool thing. Sort of adds like a... I really don't know what to call it. I need to keep an eye on the Chinese, because they're building a lot of super tanks, and they have generals, and it's getting weird. These people have eagles on top of their heads. That means that they got like a one-shot kill or something, and they can take less damage and do more damage. Like, that would have normally been like a lot more, but now that they have the eagle on their head, it's a lot less, and they're able to take out my troops a lot easier. I do not understand why there is, like, what's that guy's name? Sky Does Minecraft music playing in the background. That's not me, that's the game. Ugh. Alright, so Kolkata is not going to make me a lot of money, as it obviously has not been making me a lot of money. I also need to get Taipei back. That's not really good to have that thing down. I could move this infantry, or I could move these guys. I should probably move them both, because these guys are either going to die... These guys will die in one hit. These guys will survive a little bit. Who I could send this guy. That guy moves fast. Also, Thailand is doing really well, but America is also attacking them. So I just need to kind of hold out. Also, the ROC was not meant to survive in this time period, so I'm probably going to fail immediately. Alright, this is just round 8. I hear that these, like, it takes like 100 rounds to take over the world. That's what I hear anyway. Actually, I just want to show you guys what I was talking about. If you look in the top right, I clicked on Poland, but I'll look at Poland. I'll move Poland to the clock. It says 1969. And that is when I originally started in 1939, but then the clock moved to 1943 and 1950 and so on. Until what I think is 1975, where I'll get the mystery thing. I hear that's aliens. Or it looks like aliens. Either aliens or the future. But I really don't know yet. So I'm just going to continue fighting. Because there's really nothing else I can do. And, of course, North Korea is going to fall, because that's what they're supposed to do. And how they build a super tank? That's not nice. I'm just back up. I have to admit it, that place is gone. Really, my old territory is gone. It's not going to survive. I'll try to fight for it, but when push comes to shove, that's really what's going to happen. Alright, I'm going to make this guy... Ooh. Okay, I'll try another plan. That is not what I wanted, but whatever. Okay, this is not going well. I'll just put it at that. Oh my god. But there are also countries like Sweden and Norway that are just going to get destroyed immediately because those are tiny little countries fighting the Soviet Union. Denmark somehow survives for a little while, then they get taken over by the Soviets. It just gets bad. Like, really fast. Also, the ROC just sucks. Like, it's really bad. Like, I don't even know how they got to where they were. I moved that thing. Go back. Alright. Also, if you realize that the countries are going really fast, there's a blue button that I've been pressing, and if I didn't press that, then it would go by, like, really slowly, and I would probably still be on, like, round 3 if I didn't press that blue button. I swear the generals don't get attacked. Alright, I'm gonna move these guys down here. Ignore the tank. And, yep, that's happening. Alright, I feel like